morning, everyone. My name is Karla, and you have reached my FlossTube channel, KarlaBeingCrafty, where I talk about mostly cross stitch, but other crafts that I'm involved in, and a little bit of life thrown in. This is my boy Bagheera, and he's been showing up in my videos a little bit more lately because I have been spending a few nights every other week at my brother's, and when I come back on Sunday morning to do my videos and I've been gone for the past night, he is a little needy. So I started to sit down and do my video, and he popped up in my lap here, so I don't think he'll stay very long, but I just want to say welcome to all of you guys who are stopping by here today to spend a little bit of time with me. If you are new to my channel and you're just finding me, thank you so much for coming by, and I hope that you like what you see, want to hit like and subscribe and come back. If you are one of the people who comes to visit me every week, thank you so much for coming by and spending this time with me. It means so much to me. Today is Sunday, it's March 28th, and it is my FlossTube number 87. So I'm getting really close to the 100 mark. I'm getting really close to my 2-year anniversary on FlossTube, which will be at the very, very end of June. And yeah, I can't believe how far I've come in 2 years. I started stitching actually in like January, well actually it was March. It was March of 2019. And yeah, so the fact that 2 years later, or almost 2 years later, I'm where I am, it's kind of amazing and shocking to me. I mean, in a totally good way. So a little bit of life stuff first. Last night was the first night of Passover for those who celebrate. And so we had a Seder over at my brother's. Aaron and Staci, well, Staci really. Aaron is the cook in their family, and Staci is kind of the planner, and she worked so hard to make us a really like different and entertaining Seder, something that had something for everyone, for the adults and for down to the Hudson, the 6-year-old. She worked really hard. She put together some really cool stuff. We didn't use a traditional Haggadah. She kind of just put together a little one sheet with picture icons, kind of to tell us the order of the stuff that we would be doing. Seder actually means order. So there are very specific things that you are supposed to go through during the course of the Seder. We also made the decision, the 3 adults, that we always do the Seder, and then in the middle of the Seder you have your meal, and then you finish the Seder. And there's a lot of traditional foods that you eat at Passover. Some of them are part of the actual like ceremony, and they have a religious significance, and some of them are just foods that you just tend to always have every year at Passover time. And we were all talking about it, and we realized, like, after you eat all like the appetizers and all those traditional things that we always like, nobody is ever hungry for the actual meal. So we decided to actually do away with the actual meal, since our first like main course is always a big pot of matzah soup. We kind of made that the main course, and then all of the little appetizer-y things like the gefilte fish and the chopped liver, which my brother and I are the only ones who eat. But oh my God, I look forward to it every year. And you know, and the hard-boiled eggs and all that kind of stuff. That was going to be actually our meal, and we were stuffed without even having like a roast or a brisket or a chicken, or you know, we didn't have like the actual, what you would consider the actual meal. We just had all of the beginning stuff, and it was totally enough. I did make a huge pan of mashed potato cakes, which I made at New Year's. For those of you who saw my New Year vacation vlog sort of thing, I made those on New Year's Day, or I guess it was New Year's Eve. Leading up to New Year's Eve, we had a bunch of like sort of appetizer-y finger foods, and I cooked some of them. And I made mashed potato cakes because I thought the kids would like them, and oh my God, they loved them. So much so that it was a request again for yesterday for me to make mashed potato cakes, because those kids, we made like, what, 4 or 5 pounds of potatoes. So I made a big tray of them, and I mean, of course, there's a ton left, but I think that they are going to be eaten all week because those kids love them. So that makes me feel good. But we had a really, really great time yesterday. I mean, it was tiring. That kind of thing always is. But it was a lot of fun. And I have to give, you know, huge, huge, huge props to my sister-in-law because she just is so creative when she does stuff like this. And she's a homeschool mom, and it shows because she really knows how to think of really clever and entertaining things to do. She put together, she called it Jeopardy instead of Jeopardy, but she put together a whole like Jeopardy game for the other 5 of us to play. So my brother was on a team with Reagan, and I had the 2 boys on my team, and then we played, and yes, it was for points, but about halfway through we messed up the points and we stopped. We stopped that. And everybody got a prize at the end. Everybody got some like fun candy that was their favorite thing. And it was just so fun. And it was just different categories that had to do with the Seder and had to do with the Passover story and had to do with all of this stuff. And there were, you know, lower point questions that everybody should know the answer to, you know, including the 6-year-old Hudson. And then there were harder questions that, like, one of them, the really hard one, I didn't get right. But it was really fun to do. And she worked so hard to like make this whole game, and it's amazing. I mean, she should actually, I think she should like Pinterest that stuff and put it out for other people to use because it was really super clever. But anyway, all right, so that was yesterday. I had a great time as usual when I'm over there. I have my notes over here, but they seem to be a little bit further away than they usually are. So if I get squinty, that's why. Let's see. I did get a little treat for myself that actually just came in this morning, so I couldn't even share it with Aaron, Staci, and kids, but I bought myself some stackable rings, and I've been enjoying so much lately my special relationship with my niece and nephews, and I wanted a way to just carry that with me. I mean, I carry it with me in my heart, but I wanted a way to carry it with me, so I got myself these stackable rings, and the green one is my birthstone, and then this is for Logan, Reagan, and Hudson, and they're these little wave rings, and they stack, and so I can play with them, and I just love them. I think they're really pretty. I got them at Kohl's, and they're just birthstone rings, but I like having that kind of aunt ring. That makes me feel good. Okay. Aaron and Staci had their vaccine last week. Just FYI for anybody who's interested in that sort of thing. They didn't have any kind of reaction except having a little bit of a sore arm. I'm having now they have Pfizer. I'm getting the Moderna one. Tuesday is my first shot. So I will let you guys know if I have any reaction at all. From what I've heard, most of the people anecdotally that I have either talked to or heard from, the first shot, nobody's really having much of a reaction at all. Some people are having a reaction to the second one, especially with Moderna, so we'll see. My boss is getting his second shot on Tuesday. So now that all the adults are going to be vaccinated, we started turning towards summer vacation. Aaron and Staci and the kids have a big trip planned at the end of the year, which I've mentioned before. They were planning on going to Israel. Actually, they were planning on it. No, they were going to go to Alaska last year, and that got canceled. But they were planning on going to Israel, and the 2 older kids are going to have their b'nai mitzvah at the wall, which just works really well for them. To have sort of a private thing, because the kids are not the kind of kids that would want to get up in front of a whole congregation and do bar bat mitzvah that way. So having it privately would be really the best thing for them. They still have that scheduled, but are aware that they may need to postpone it for a year depending on the vaccine situation with the kids, because the kids won't be able to be vaccinated. So they haven't made a full decision on that. But since all the adults have gotten vaccinated and we've been like studying like what kind of is okay to do when you have unvaccinated children in the family and vaccinated adults. And Aaron and Staci decided that it would be okay for us to go on a little bit of a summer vacation, and because they're so generous, they always invite me to go along with them and kind of host me, which is just so wonderful. And I have to say, because they told me this, that when they mentioned to the kids like that they were thinking about doing a vacation in July, the first thing that they said is, can Aunt Karla come? So that just like, you know, makes me just feel all smiley inside. So I'm really glad that they like spending time with me. So what we decided to do is we're going to go to a kind of resorty, not like huge resort, but a little resorty kind of hotel in Vegas for a week that has like the lazy river and stuff like that. And the plan is, which is I think really fun, we're not going to be on the strip. It's kind of off the strip, which is perfect for us because none of us are huge gamblers, so we don't need to be in a big casino. The kids can't be in the casino anyway. So we're more interested in doing like the lazy river and the waterfalls and stuff like that. But because there's 3 adults, we'll be able to tag team, if you want to call it that. Aaron and Staci will be able to have a date night where the kids will stay with me and we can have a movie night in the room and get pizza and watch movies and have fun together, while Aaron and Staci go out and have a romantic evening or go play in a poker tournament, which they haven't been able to do in years and years, and they used to do all the time before the kids came. They used to both really enjoy playing in poker tournaments. So they'll be able to do that, and then Staci and I will be able to go out and have a girls' night maybe. Staci wants Aaron to take the 2 older kids to like the Mob Museum because she thinks it would be fun and educational for them, and then they can like talk about that whole time period a little bit when they're talking about social studies. And so it'll be fun to be able to, for the 6 of us to be able to split into smaller groups and do different things together. So we're all looking forward to that. That's going to be the very beginning of July. And I think we're going to actually travel on the 4th of July and be there. So if there are fireworks in Vegas on the 4th of July, we'll be able to see them, I think, from our hotel. So I don't know if you guys are interested in me doing another like vacation vlog like I did this past January, but kind of let me know and I will make an attempt to do that. But I'm looking forward to it. I think part of the fun, I think, of planning vacations with my brother and sister are to plan, you know, and be excited about it for a couple months and plan what clothes I'm going to bring and what stitching I'm going to bring. And now Staci's stitching too, so I get to plan with her. So yeah, that's all really cool. Okay. Other little thing to mention, some of you may have seen it on my channel. I posted, I think Tuesday or Wednesday. I went over to Aaron and Staci's on Monday night because I'm having work done on my car, and I was supposed to drive, and my mechanic wanted me to drive on the freeway for a certain amount of time, so the best thing to do was to go over to Aaron and Staci's. And so I went over there Monday night, and I brought my March Yums box because I thought, hey, I'll do a video with the kids while I'm there. I don't know how it happened. I don't even know if this was a feature on my old phone, but on my new phone, there is a time-lapse feature when you're recording, and I managed to hit that button. I don't know if I hit it or if somebody else hit it, but when we put it on video, we went a little bit too far and it was on time lapse. So we did a 40-minute tasting video, and when I went to go upload it the next day, I found out it was 38 seconds. So kind of funny, not recoverable, but it's okay. I posted it anyway with a little intro. So that's on there. It's kind of funny to watch us like open a whole Yums box and eat it in 38 seconds. You see Hudson's going, you know, it's just funny. So, you know, stuff happens. Okay, so I've been talking at you guys for like 14 minutes already. Haven't shown you a tiny bit of stitching yet. My videos have been getting a little bit longer the last couple weeks, and I don't know if I'm just talking more. It seems like ever since my mom passed, I have longer videos, and I don't know what the correlation is. But I hope, you know, I'm not going to apologize for it. It is what it is. If you guys like watching me, you like watching me. If you don't, you don't have to. So, and that's how it is now. Okay, so let's get into the stitching. So this week, I did not have any finishes or any new starts. Although I'm like this close to a finish, I'm really excited to show you guys. And then next week, I think I'm definitely gonna finish it today. Next week I'll be able to show you. I did work a little bit on these diamond painted. They're actually keychains, but I'm going to use them as ornaments on my seasonal tree. So when I switch over in April, I think April is my mom's birthday and beginning of spring. So I'm going to make it very spring colors and a lot of roses and purple in honor of my mom. So I showed you half of this last week, but I did finish the other half. And I did use the little trick on these things of putting the little micro beads on to fill in any of the sticky bits. So there's, you know, hopefully it will stop it from collecting cat hair or anything like that. And then I started another one of the flowers that came in this package, and I did just the one side. Oops. That side's not done yet, but this side is. So, we've kind of gotten the habit, Staci tends to do diamond painting for a while on Mondays while Reagan is at a cheer class, and we have gotten in the habit of getting on Zoom together and diamond painting together or doing whatever. I did needle felting one week and everything, but it's fun because we're like, I have my computer over on the side of me. I'm not even like looking at her half the time, but we just, and then usually my brother's at the other end of the table doing his modeling stuff. So the three of us are just kind of crafting together over Zoom, and it's really fun. I've really enjoyed that. Okay, so let's get to whips. Besides the diamond painting, I did work on lavender roses last week. So I have it on my floor stand here, and I'm not going to take it off. And I have it covered with this, my custom made dust cover that my friend Tracy made for me, with the big black cats. So I like having that. It keeps it protected and makes me think of Tracy, so it's like a double good. And so, oops. So I started this diagonal, and I have turned the corner. So I think I'm a little bit over, I mean, I'm over halfway, definitely over halfway done with this. I may work on this today, another section, because when I get into this black part, that goes really fast because it's just, I actually stitch it back and forth instead of starting over at the beginning of the diagonal. So I might try and work on that today just to get it down quite a bit more. And I just love this. So this one is a Heaven and Earth quick stitch, and that's Lavender Roses by Carrie Hawks. Okay. I worked on Crosswing collection. This is called First Encounter. I call it Chickadees. This is my natural birds project that I'm working on for my friend Tracy, who made the dust cover. And when I get this one done, I'm going to start right away on another one. I think I'm doing a blue jay next, but I don't have much longer to go on this. So I did quite a bit more on the bird this week. This is finished, and I think I finished the whatever needs to be done in the leaves down here. No, actually, I'm lying. There's still half a leaf to do here. And then I actually did the back stitching that I've forgotten on the branch. Except for I have a little bit left to do up here, but the back stitching on the branch is done. So I'm enjoying this every time I pull it out. It's like, it's not the kind of project, I say this every time, it's not the kind of project that I'm automatically drawn to, but I'm really glad that I'm doing it. It is the kind of thing that Tracy really likes. So there's the factor of that I'm doing it for somebody that I love, and that makes me happy. But I like that it's not something that I'm naturally drawn to because it's so different, and every time I pull it out, I really enjoy working on it. So, and I don't know why every time I pull it out and I enjoy it so much, I'm surprised, but it's fun to work on it. Okay. Do I just have 2 more? Yeah. Okay, so I worked on Chester's Place. And this is by Whistlestop Stitcher, Jennifer Grace. And I'm sure by now you all know the story about this pattern and how it was done originally as kind of a GoFundMe, if you will, to help pay for Jennifer's sister's cat's oral surgery. And it like sold out within 20 minutes, and then she put it on her site or Etsy or wherever it was from. And now the proceeds, like a portion of the proceeds, are going to an animal shelter. And my FlossTube friend Amy Sprinklestein Stitches unfortunately lost her precious kitty cat Grouchy on February 14th. And as so many of us do, when something happens, she wanted to do something stitch-wise to mark it, to create a memory. And she asked me and then a bunch of other people that she is friends with on FlossTube to join her in stitching this chart as a #Sal for Grouchy. So of course I wanted to do that to honor him and to honor the chart, and because Amy's a peach. So that's how far I got. So I had finished the green part of the border last week, and then this week I only had the red flowers up to about here, so I got quite a bit more of the red flowers. I started on this red icon, and then I did that second line of words. So I'm really enjoying this, and it's on a mystery opalescent fabric that's got kind of like a purpley and greeny model. It's really pretty, and I'm really enjoy working on it. And I'm bummed that I don't know the manufacturer, because I actually really like this fabric. So if I knew who it was, I would know where to buy it again. But it's a mystery. It's a nice mystery though. And I will show you in haul. I got actually I'm gonna leave it out so I can show you when I wear it. I ordered a frame that I think will look good with that. And then the last bit of whip, this is the one that I am inches away from a finish, is Madame Chantilly's Cats in the Rain. I'm also stitching this as a Sal with Amy Sprinklestein Stitches. We had planned to stitch this anyway. She showed it on her channel, and I was watching, and I'm like, hey, I have that pattern, you want to sell it? And we decided to stitch it, and we were going to do it in February. Then, as you guys know, my mom passed away at the end of January, and so we were still selling it, but because I showed this pattern to my mom and she really liked it, and my mom is a total cat lady, we also decided to do a #CatSal for mom. That was Amy's idea, so she's pretty clever, that one. And I have been enjoying stitching in this all month, or 2 months actually, and I think of my mom when I pull it out. So I have made a few changes to the colors. I am using this really pretty blue called, I think it's called Enchanted Color and Cotton. It's on a piece of BestitchMe, opalescent BestitchMe fabric. And I changed the color of the umbrella. And yesterday when I was stitching on this, I got a wild idea, and I decided to add a few Smyrna crosses in the turquoise color on the umbrella, just to add a little oomph. I've added a couple colors into the cats. So I have 3 more cats to do. There's going to be like a black one, then kind of an orange one, and then a gray one. And then I just need to do the raindrops. And I'm doing the raindrops in a toile. I did one raindrop right here, and with a white etoile. And I think I'm going to pull that out, and I think I'm going to see, I got the etoile box, and I think I'm going to see if there's a light blue, because I think that might look better. But this will be finished, hopefully today. And then my plan, oops, is to use this to frame it. And since these are so easy to do, this is like a 5-minute framing job basically. I will be able to show it to you next week fully finished, hopefully. So, isn't that, it's just so cute. I'm really, really loving this. So, okay. So that's all of my whips for the week. Okay, so plans, because middle of the week, we're starting a new month. And I've been this year kind of doing monthly like focus categories. I'm sorry, my bra straps hanging out here. I realize like almost every video my bra straps are like hanging out or hanging down, or and I try and be subtle and put them back. You know what? It's not. It's a thing. My bra straps always fall down. I always have to pull them up. It's effective life. I'm sorry if it's tacky. It makes me think of, I'm dating myself here, but I've already told you guys my age. When I was a kid, I used to love the Sunny and Cher show, and Cher had a character that always had all these like bra straps and straps hanging and whatever, and it always makes me think of that when I am doing my videos and I see my strap creeping down. But you know, it's one of those it is what it is kind of things. I can't do anything about it. I don't know if I have slopey shoulders or something. I don't know what it is, but yeah, these straps don't want to stay where they're supposed to stay. Okay, where was I? Plans. So I have been kind of picking like a focus theme for every month, and then picking 5 or 6 of my whips that fit into that theme. And if I want to start something new, then I'm adding that in. After May, then I'm going to really try and curtail the starting new things for a couple months at least. I want to get some finishes. I need to get those finishes under my belt. That's why I'm so excited to get Cats in the Rain done today, because I want another thing that I can highlight in my my little book here, that, you know, I need another finish under my belt. But anyway, so I've decided that April is going to be my Pretty Ladies theme. And so what I'm going to be working on is, okay, I'm going to get some work in on my Mirabilia. Ella the Frog Princess. She's so pretty. They're all pretty. That's why I'm doing them, and that's why it's Pretty Lady style, right? This is where I am on her so far. So it doesn't look like much yet. I decided to try and do the skin 1/1. I don't know if that was a good decision or not, but it's the decision I made. So hopefully I'll be able to get a little bit more done on her next month. I am going to work on my full coverage. What did I, oh, here. This is Catnap Faye by Nadia Tate. This is also a quick stitch full coverage. And this is where she is currently. And obviously I'm not stitching the background, so I'm doing it on a really pretty piece of opalescent pool or crystal pool. So a couple more rows and I think I'll get into the cat and her wings. That should be pretty. I'm going to work some more on Night Walk Down, which is my Black Cat birthday style for 2020. So I started in August. And this is by the Blue Flower. This was really popular when it came out. And it's a really beautiful chart. I'm stitching this on an opalescent linen that I dyed myself. And I really love the color that it came out. And I'm trying to show you the back. It's not too bad. And so I got the cat and the pretty lady done. But, you know, there's a lot more of the chart, so yeah, you need to keep going on that one. Somebody asked me this week if I was going to do my black pepper style again this year. And of course I am. If this isn't done by that point, I will work on it also. You know, like Black Hat Birthday Style 2020, but I do want to have something for 2021, but I will probably pick something kind of smallish instead of starting a really big project again. Because if I'm going to have two of them happening, I want to make sure that at least one of them gets accomplished. Okay, so now I walk down, Ella, Canafe. Yeah, so, and then then I have 3 new starts that I'm planning for April. So the first one is I'm doing in honor of my mom. I've told you guys about this. This came to me to do this right after she passed. So I'm doing this rose. I am changing the color of the rose to purple because my mom loved purple and she loved roses, cats. I'm changing the words and it will say always my mother, forever my... No, always my mother, forever in my heart is what it's gonna say. I've explained this before. My mother was my friend, but to me, her being my mother is more important than her being my friend. I never, you know, there are people that when you say, who's your best friend? And oh, it's their mom. I never felt that way. My mom was my mom. That was the specialness, is that you only have one mom. I have friends. I have 2 best friends and a lot of really good friends. And my mom, she was my friend, but more importantly, she was my mom. So anyway, so I'm changing the words to how they make sense to me. And I'm using, first time I'm going to be using silks on a cross stitch project. So I'm using all silks, purple and green, beautiful purple and green silks. And I have them from a couple different companies. I have Hand Dyed by Rolanda silk, I have water lilies, and I have some dinky dyes and some silks for you that are all in this mix of silks, and I'm going to be doing for my mom. So I say I'm looking forward to starting that. I mean, I am. I hate that it's something, that it is a thing. I hate that it exists. I still am missing my mom terribly every day. There's all kinds of moments where it's like I forget and I think, oh, I should call mom about that, or mom needs to see that, or mom needs to know about that. And, you know, and then it hits you over and over again that, oh, she's gone. Oh, Staci and I were just talking about that yesterday, because when I was making the soup, Hudson was helping me and I was cutting the carrots and he wanted to put them in the pot. So I gave him the carrots and he was putting them in the pot, and Staci was taking pictures of it, and she's like, you know, these are the kind of pictures I would send to your mom. So yeah, so there's all those moments, all of them, all the time. Okay. So the other 2 that I'm going to be starting, this is a Dimensions Gold Collection kit called Wind Moon Fairy. And it is a Nene Thomas artwork. I just love all the blues. Blue's not like my favorite color or anything, but this just, the calmness that this picture evokes, just even looking at it, I love. And of course, there's a little black cat on it. So, you know, I had to stitch it. So I'm going to be starting that one. I've never done a Dimensions kit or a Dimensions Gold kit before, and they do look a little bit like involved and stuff. So it'll be interesting to see. You know, I may love it and I may curse the day I started it. So I guess we'll find out. And then the last one I'm going to be starting which is another beautiful lady with a black cat in there, is Bellatrix by Bella Filipina. He is obviously a Filipino designer, which kind of fits in with the Stitch Asia movement that's happening right now. So there are a lot of really cool reasons to start this one. I also have decided that this looks like my D&D character Morgana or Morgan, and so in my mind that's what I'm stitching is Morgan, even though her name's Bellatrix. And I'm going to be doing that on a B-stitch. No, I'm not. This is a hand-dyed by Orlando fabric. It's a Lugana Opal, and this fabric is just amazing. Look at this fabric. So pretty. I got this fabric as a birthday present from Erin to Martini Stitcher. Not last year, the year before, I think. And loved this fabric so much. And it's funny, this fabric looks a lot like the mystery fabric that I said I wish I knew. So maybe the hand-dyed by Orlando is what I'm stitching on for Chester's Place, because man, they really look like a similar quality and everything, and they have the same kind of serging. So maybe that's a hand-dyed by Orlando. That could be why I like it so much. Anyway, so I got this fabric from Erin, and it was so pretty. And it's like, I knew I had to save it for something that was like worthy of it, and I think this pattern is. So I'm kind of really excited to start that one. Okay, so that is my plans for next month, starting next month. And oops, here we go again. Okay, and then I have a little bit of haul to show you. As I said, I ordered a frame. This is just from Amazon. I am a huge proponent of inexpensive frames. So I got this one, and I just think that Chester's Place is going to look really good in this. I just got a 12-inch square. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. Hold on. Hold, please, as Stephanie says. I'm trying to fold it a little bit to give you guys an idea, which I didn't do very well, but okay. Anyway, so it's kind of like a distressed weight. I have several of my things are framed in white, the things that I have framed, as opposed to making it into a pillow or whatever. So I wanted that, but I thought I wanted something just a tiny bit different than all the other ones I've gotten, and I don't know, this one jumped out at me, so I think it's gonna look good. We'll see. If it doesn't look good, I can always find something else for Chester's Place, and use this for something else. But I think this is gonna look good. So it's just a 12-inch square frame. I mean, it's like matted to 8-inch, but I will take the mat out and frame it myself, as I tend to do. This was under $20. I think it was like 13 something on Amazon, and so I got that. I put in a bid on a small eBay order of some needle necessities, and you guys know I love needle necessities, which is now Threadworks. In fact, I introduced Staci to them. She got Bradley's balloons for actually she wants to do the project like my, oh, you can't see it, I don't think, my Kintsugi heart that I did last year. She wants to do the same thing, and so she's gonna do her balloon, I think, or her heart in Bradley's balloons. So she'd never, you know, that's her first like overdyed floss, and now I have something else to show you, and she went back, and that's where she got her overdyes from, was Threadworks. But anyway, so just some random Threadworks that I got from an eBay order. And then I got a couple more book sleeves. I tend to get my book sleeves. There's a shop called the Aunt Farm, AUNT, on Etsy, and she does book sleeves. And I tend to get them when they're on sale. I don't tend to buy them when they're full price, but occasionally she has them on sale for like $10, $12, and that's when I order. So I get what's left, and but they're also cute, it doesn't matter. So I got 3, and I think one of them is gonna go to Staci. But I got this one, which is like library books and bookworms. That one's totally cute. This one I love. And then I think this one's gonna go to Staci. These cute puppies. And of course I'm gonna put snaps at the top because I like to do that for projects, for, you know, to turn them into project bags. I'm kind of a klutz. I will definitely turn stuff upside down and drop everything out of it. These hold stuff in really well, especially when it's like the fabric and stuff. But sometimes when you put the, you know, the chart and everything, that can be heavy, and if I turn it upside down, I don't want it all to fall out. So I tend to put snaps at the top like this. So I have a little snap kit that I got on Amazon, and that way when you turn it upside down, nothing can fall out, even if you shake it. So, and then the last thing I have to show you, which isn't even my haul, but I wanted to tell you guys about it. This is again from Brianne Crafts, B-R-I-A-N-N-E Crafts on Etsy. It is listed below. And if you guys have any kind of Etsy need, and you know, this is totally I'm not getting paid to say this. She didn't ask me to say this. I just want to say it because when Staci started stitching, she is, you know, she's started kind of differently than I did. I started and I went on 1, 2, 3 Stitch, and I started, you know, looking at patterns and stuff. When I showed Staci stitching, she immediately went to Etsy, and she was like, she likes the Etsy type stuff. She's got library books and has looked through charts that way. She hasn't found that many designers, like established designers, let's say, that she must have their patterns, but she's found a lot of must-have patterns on Etsy. And she found this Brianne Crafts site, and she's really bold. She couldn't find, and I told you guys this before, she wanted a Chucks and Pearls pattern, and she had seen exactly what she wanted in other like mediums, like she saw stickers and stuff like that that had exactly what she wanted, but she couldn't find cross stitch. So she went to this lady, and she emailed her, and she's like, can you make this? And Brianne was like, sure, and she made it. And so Staci recently went back to her again, and starting from scratch, she didn't even have anything to show her. She wanted something to make for me, and she's gonna keep it a secret, but then she ended up telling me because she's like, it's gonna take me a while to stitch, and I don't want to keep it a secret. I want to be able to stitch it when I'm with you. So she commissioned this. Brianne designed it. They went through like 5 or 6 revisions. Brianne is charging her a ridiculously low amount. I mean, Staci's just blown away by how responsive she was and how helpful and how inexpensive. And so I really wanted to give this Etsy shop a huge shout out, because if there's something that you need, contact her, because it seems like she's just super willing to do what you want. So this is the design that they came up with together. I know Brianne has come on, watched my site, or watched the videos, and so she did me with the purple hair. Staci always wears her hair up in like a bun or a ponytail, and then Staci wanted jeans jackets, and it says sisters with hearts, and my brother and sister-in-law like thought about what they wanted the saying to be at the bottom, and it says sisters-in-law by chance, sisters by choice. And then, as I've said before, Staci's a huge coffee drinker, so they went ahead and had us holding coffee cups from Starbucks. Even though they're not really Starbucks. They're just have a circle, a green circle, but they're Starbucks. Yeah. So anyway, so Staci is going to start this as soon as she finishes her, there's 2 projects going right now. She's doing a Dory, Just Keep Swimming. I always want to say just keep stitching when I say that because of the channel, but it's Dory Just Keep Swimming. She's almost done with it. She finished the Dory. She's working on the word. There was a couple of bubbles, and I think she finished those. And I think she's actually probably going to finish it today. And if she does, I think she's going to mail it to me along with whatever frame she picks out, so that I can frame it for her and bring it to her in 2 weeks when I go over there again. But she, A, is anxious to finish that just because she wants to get a finish, because that feels so great, as we all know. But B, she wants to finish it so she can start this one. And she is not, she's still new, so she thinks that she's going to be, you know, kind of monogamous and is only going to have 1 or 2 projects going at a time. We all know that doesn't always happen. You say that and then, you know, 30 projects later. But for right now, she's determined to keep, you know, just 2 under her belt. Maybe 3, maybe 4. She also was thinking about maybe looking for a full coverage. So we'll see if we can get her into that boat as well. But yeah, so she commissioned this pattern. I don't know if this is going to be in the shop. I don't see why it wouldn't be, or something similar, because it's pretty darn cute. But she's going to start working on this soon. And she got a really pretty Threadworks variegated overdyed floss that she's gonna, I think she's gonna tweed it to make it look really like denim. And then she got a variegated floss for the words that is purple and pink, because purple is my favorite color and pink is her favorite color, and she really wants to show that variegation, that it's the 2 of us combined. So anyway, I just think this is adorable. I'm so excited to get it. I'm so touched that she even thought of like making this, or, you know, trying to commission it to get the pattern, and I just think it's great. So, anyway, so I'm feeling like really taken care of by my family this week, which is a really nice way to feel. And I think that that's all I have for you guys this week. Hope you enjoy going into April. Have a great stitchy week. We're definitely in spring here right now. A beautiful sunshiny day, and nice low temperatures, mid 60s, mid to high 60s, which is exactly the way I like it. And I have leftovers from the Seder last night, so you know I'm going to be having matzo ball soup for dinner. You know that. And I hope you guys all have a great week. I'm in my normal time range, not in the hour. I'm at 47 minutes right now. So until I see you again, everybody, please remember to be content, be kind, and be crafty. This is Karla. Bye-bye.